my V family all over this beautiful planet Earth, where we as QNet, the V, Q Lifestyle and QI, alright, are trying to contribute to this planet. So no single-use plastics, alright. Let's just protect our environment to the best of our ability. This is the vision of our founders, Dato Sri Vijay Japadas Bismarck. So if you look at our website, you look at VCon, you look at everywhere, we are trying to do our bit of contributing to protecting the world for our kids, for our grandchildren, for our great-grandchildren, so they don't inherit a screwed up planet environmentally. Alright, so do your bit, okay? So guys, this is your chief, looking gorgeous as usual, in a beautiful city, one of my favorite cities, Bangkok, where I've come to speak at a few events, meet the amazing corporate family of QNet who are based in Bangkok, and meet a lot of your uplines who always fly into Bangkok or Malaysia to at least spend 3 minutes with me that could potentially transform their lives. I just spent 1 week in Singapore with the great ones, Dato Sri Vijay and Japadas Bismarck. Alright, we always try to meet up because, like network marketing, power of association is so fundamentally important. Even in our corporate world of managing QNet, Q Lifestyle, the V, alright, and Dato Sri obviously managing QI requires this power of association. And I was walking around today having a few meetings, meeting a lot of your amazing uplines, and today coming back to my room at my favorite hotel, the Intercon in Bangkok, and decided to make this video for Wednesday Message. And I want you to listen very carefully. And this video applies to every single one of you, whether you're 20 years in with us, alright, or even 21 years, or you signed up 2 days ago, or I always tell you, even if you're considering to sign up, and your upline said, watch this gorgeous Malaysian on his Wednesday Message, alright? My message today is about consistency. And this is a topic which all of us talk about, alright? Dato Sri Vijay always spoke to me about this in the early days because we were so easily distracted. We were so easily losing focus throughout our journey. And you know this, alright? Because I believe that a lot of people today in network marketing, even you watching this video, believe that consistency has to do with only action. You understand? That means you're consistently doing something. You're consistently attending your system. You're consistently, watching Wednesday Message. You're consistently coming to VCon. You're consistently even doing presentation. And ultimately, alright, you think you're consistent. Now, whereas the concept of consistency applied in network marketing is not about only what you do. I believe that consistency in activity is important. Don't get me wrong. Alright? But the most important consistency goes back to the consistency of your decision. Because one thing that is constantly challenged, one thing that is constantly shaken, one thing that is constantly tested throughout your journey from zero to max out, because that's ultimately your goal. Your goal in network marketing is to start from zero, like me, like everyone of all your uplines, like Dato Sri Vijay, like Japa, the great ones. Alright? And then reach a point where you max out consistently. That is stage 1 of your decision. That is the most important aspect of your journey. Now, to reach there, alright, it requires consistency of decision. The survival of your decision. So if you look at the decision you made, whether it's 1 day ago, 1 year ago, 10 years ago, you made a decision that you're going to make it. That you're going to be a max out king and queen one day. Now that decision has now started its own life. It's like a little baby, alright, just growing. Okay? And that decision has to be consistently growing for you to reach max out. The problem is that decision alone that you made 1 week ago, 1 month ago, 10 years ago will be tested constantly. And that decision, alright, is what lacks consistency. That the decision sometimes gets so severely tested that you freak out. That you start to doubt whether this is what you really want to do. You start to doubt whether it's worth it. You start to doubt whether you're going to actually survive until max out. And whenever I speak to people around the world, Alright? They're in front of me. They're all excited. Yes, Chief, we are with you. Come on, let's do it. But I know that their decision has been beaten up. Their decision is no longer consistent. That the doubt has crept in, knowingly or unknowingly. Alright? And this has happened to the best of us. This has happened to the most powerful uplines, to the most consistent, activity-focused uplines. That doubt has crept in. Now guys, you need to understand this. That your key to survival, your secret of success from zero to max out, stage 1, is to make sure that your decision survives. Now you surviving, alright, is a total different subject matter. Anyone can survive this journey. Anyone can be in networking for 10 years. It doesn't mean anything. Alright? If you still haven't maxed out. Some people come and tell me, Chief, I'm with you for 20 years. For what? I don't need you to hold my hand and sing Kumbaya as a friend. I got enough friends on Facebook. I need you to max out. So here is what is funny about this stage 1, Many people still survive the journey, but their decision died long time ago. So they are moving along. They are walking. Alright? They are pushing themselves. They are actually coming to VCon. They are coming for every event. They are holding hands and singing Kumbaya with their uplines at systems, at VCon. But they are like zombies, because the decision died 3 months ago. That they are hanging around because they have nowhere to go. They are hanging around because they are afraid to let go of this life. Because when you've been in networking for so long, it becomes life. It becomes part of you. It becomes part of your journey. But I don't want anyone hanging around if you are not with your decision. So I need you to understand that your journey from zero to max out consists of you and your decision together. Then you move. If you are moving, but your decision has died and sitting here, you will never max out. You will never succeed. So the survival in network marketing is not about you. The survival is about the survival of that decision. And only if your decision is alive, only if your decision is strong, only if your decision is consistent, that no matter what happens around you, no matter how great the challenge you face, no matter how low your checks become next week, no matter how painful it is to deal with your downlines, your decision stands. That I am here not because I'm a great networker. I am here today as your upline, not because I'm a fantastic, upline that was built by Dato Sri Vijay. No. I am here because in 21 years, alright, I had a lot of bad days, a lot of bad weeks. There were days I went up to Dato Sri and said, oh my God, I can't do it anymore. And he made sure that my decision survived. He made sure that my decision was consistent. He made sure that I never, ever backed down from the decision I made 21 years ago or made a U-turn. And that is what made me into a consistent max out king. Besides the good looks, it was the decision. So today I realize that a lot of networkers are surviving. They are around, but their decision died long time ago. Their decision couldn't survive the challenges. Their decision couldn't survive the negativity. The decision couldn't survive the public perception. The decision couldn't survive the pressures from the people closest to us. So don't only focus on yourself. Make sure that when you are moving, that decision follows. That your success from zero to max out can only happen if you and your decision are both equally consistent. That activity without decision is useless. The survival and consistency of your physical action without the survival and power and consistency of your decision simply means you are a zombie. And zombies cannot max out. Your decision must follow. That your decision must be the strongest thing that you ever made. And your decision is not a one-time thing. The key to success in network marketing is keep that decision alive, no matter what happens. Keep that decision alive, no matter how challenging that journey becomes. Keep that decision alive at the most painful point. You have to keep it alive. Because without that decision, you are nothing. Without that decision, no matter what you say, what you do, it doesn't mean anything. Because that's stage 1. So to reach that max out, together, consistently with your decision is the key. Now stage 2 is that decision of yours is what people are hanging on to. And this nobody understands. That's why last week I spoke about being a responsible upline. Now the stronger that decision, the more people it can empower. The weaker that decision, the less people it can empower. Because ultimately when you reach max out, there's no use being there alone. There's nobody on the planet who can be a consistent max out king if he or she is the only one maxing out in her or his organization. The key to consistent max out is to get as many people in your organization to earn checks, alright, and to max out. Even if you're brand new, at least you know this now. It's not about you, alright? It's how strong your decision is. Now when your decision is stronger, alright, then it can support more people. So somebody asked me, Chief, how do you do this? Alright, a lot of people ask Dato Sri Vijay, how do you do this? How do we support millions of people around the world, 24 hours a day, handle thousands of WhatsApp a week, travel the world, go on stage, off stage, coffee shop, challenges, not challenges, Google, media, and still smile? It's based on the strength of my decision. And Dato Sri Vijay made me maintain a strong decision. And I strengthen it every single time. And if you want to be powerful at stage 2, that is to build your people, raise their checks, raise the organization, revive dead markets, revive people who almost quit. It has nothing to do with what you say. It has nothing to do how bright the room is. It has to do with the strength of your decision. Because the stronger your decision, the more people can hang on to it. So imagine if this arm is your decision. Alright? And right now, alright, you got 1 downline hanging on, 2 downlines, 3 downlines, 4 downlines. And if your arm is weak, if your decision is not strong, how many people can hang on before it collapses? Alright? And every time your decision collapses, alright, you don't fall alone. 10 people fall with your decision. 100 people fall your decision. 1,000 people fall with your decision. 100,000. If me, Dato Sri and Japa allow our decision to be weak, millions of lives are affected. And that is what Dato Sri Vijay taught me, Padman. No matter how strong Padman becomes is irrelevant. What is really required is Padman's decision must survive the test of time. Padman's decision must be stronger than it has ever been. Padman's decision must be the most powerful warrior decision ever made. So I'm telling each one of you today, watching this video, if you want to max out, your decision follows you all the way. It cannot switch off for 1 minute. It cannot switch off for 1 second. Because if your decision dies for 1 minute, alright, you will take 1 week to resuscitate it. You understand? The doctors do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It'll take you 1 week to revive your decision. If your decision dies for 1 day, it will take you 3 months to revive your decision. Your decision dies for 1 week. Alright? Prepare your CV and apply for a job, because your organization will be dead. So you may be alive. The question you must ask yourself, is your decision alive? Is your decision alive consistently? Is your decision strong enough to survive anything? And remember that your decision is like this arm. How many people are latched onto it and how many people will survive is how strong your decision is. So I carry millions of people on this arm. Dato Sri Vijay carries millions of people on this arm. Japa carries millions of people on this arm. And that's why we have survived for 21 years. So make your decision stronger than anything before and make sure your decision is consistent. I love you guys.